Everybody hear me okay? Hello? Let me get this. Is this thing working? Mm, hmm Hello, Annalise. Hello, Bill. Charlie, what's up from San Francisco? Siobhan. Hey, Andrew, what's up? Andrew moderating in the blue font. People can hear me okay? I can't hear my thing here. Maybe I'm not connected. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, you can hear me. Okay. Sorry, I had to just go out of this window to try to find the settings windows. Well, good to see everyone. Hey, Cashew, what's up? Hey, Ima, nice to see Ima and Make K, uh, and Artsy Traveler, Ali. So this is the Do Nothing Project. I'm your host for this episode of the Do Nothing Project, and for most episodes. Um, we have been doing this for many a long time. We have been accomplishing nothing for a very long time. Over 5 years, we've accomplished almost nothing. It's something to be very proud of. Every Sunday night, we get together with all this enthusiasm and momentum, and we arrive in this exact place, and nothing happens. And it's exactly perfect. Um, so that's how it goes. Oh, what was I gonna say? What, I look like Dan Harris? Hey, Steven, how are you? I mean, it's this new shirt I got. Yeah. So I'm just kind of a little discombobulated. I just drove 4 hours back from I just was doing a retreat in Kingston, north of Kingston, Ontario, at a place called Bloom with my buddy Scott. It's more a movement retreat. He's like a movement guy, and he just wanted me to come hang out and just do a little bit of meditation. So it was super nice. Um, and but it was like traffic and blah blah blah. So I just literally came in the door and ran up and said hello to my little guys. And now my buddy Scott is going to help with bedtime, so I'm free to do this. So yeah, Do Nothing Project. What's this all about? Uh, you know what it's about? It's about what I had this really interesting conversation with a therapist today, and she was at the at the retreat. Really nice lady, and we were just talking about therapy, and she was saying one of the things that she does with her clients is she asks them. She says, "So if you had to describe where you were in your life now, how you are right now in your life, out of 10, what number are you out of 10? Like, where would you say you are?" And you could think about this for yourself, like, where am I out of 10? And where are you? This is your life, like, how are you feeling from 0 to 10? Where are you at? Um, so I'll let you can come up with your own response. I had a response in my head. It was like 7 or something or 8. She's like, most people say 6. And I'm like, yeah, totally understandable. I'm a 6 a lot of the time. She's like, and what I tell them is, yeah, you might be a 6, but you're 6 out of 6, which I just think is the best. Like, in other words, and then another day you might feel like an 8. And she's like, but you're not an 8 out of 10. You're an 8 out of 8. And then another day you might feel like a 3, but you're not a 3 out of 10. You're a 3 out of 3. In other words, you can only be where you are. There's no such thing as being a 6 out of 10, because that 10 is just an idea of where you should be or where you were once before or whatever. Where you actually are is always just where you are. It's such a cool. I thought it was just a very cool way to look at it. Um, uh, and and so, like, that's kind of what the DNP is about. The DNP is not about being at a 6. The DNP is being at a 6 if you're at a 6, or it's being at a 10 if you're at a 10, or it's being at an 8 if you're at an 8. It's about being where you are. It's about truly the deep medicine, of meditation is not getting into a concentrated state or not getting into some special rarefied spiritual experience. It's very much truly allowing yourself to be where you are, this deep acceptance. And it's very hard to get your head around because people think meditation is about self-improvement, and it's truly not. It really isn't about changing anything about the self. Accept the suffering, and the suffering isn't necessarily inherent to who you are. It's the stuff that's gumming up the system. And so much of that suffering goes away when we just accept conditions for as we are, the way in which we are in the moment. Um, and that's I mean, that just goes down the rabbit hole how deep that is. But that's kind of what we do at DNP. The idea is to sit and really, truly let yourself be where you are, and that it might involve, implementing a kind of formal meditation technique. It might involve truly doing nothing, just sitting and letting yourself just be this tender human on a Sunday night or a Monday morning or whenever it is that you're watching this. And that being enough, that being okay. And you just cannot get enough of that medicine. So we do that. We've been doing it for a long time. We do it together, which makes it feel less um, lonely. And that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to guide something around that, but very lightly. And feel free to tune out the guidance if you just want to, if you're more here just for the company, you can kind of let the guidance float in and out, or you can just turn down the volume. It's good to have you here. I'm missing some talks here. What's happening over there in the chat? Hmm. Yeah, totally. Brooks speaking about the subtle violence of self-improvement all around. It's totally like that. Um, yes, I got to do a daily trip called 6 out of 6. I think I will. Thank you much. So we'll call this one 6 out of 6. This today's daily trip is called 6 out of 6. No, today's DNP. Hard to know what modality we're in. Here we go. 25 minutes. Mhm. So we start with a few slow, deliberate breaths. Mm. Just coming down to the body. I need this. Just, of course, the out breath is if you want to extend the out breath a bit, that's kind of that parasympathetic rest and digest, the break, the down regulating. If you're feeling really sleepy and you want to upregulate a bit, emphasizing the inhale, deep breath in, stretching up the spine, oxygenating. You can kind of do this little adjustment here at the beginning as needed, or nothing at all. And this equanimity piece right at the beginning, super important. This thing of allowing things to be exactly as they are. So I can hear my two little uh, cuddly monsters, let's call them that, wild animals pounding back and forth upstairs along the hallway. You might be able to hear that. They just stopped. But that's okay. That's just part of the sound landscape, along with distant traffic, maybe sounds of neighbors or wind in the trees. So there's no point in bracing against that or wishing that were otherwise. It's just what's happening. And in the same exact way, whatever is going on internally, whatever thoughts, feelings, not a problem. Just what's happening. In fact, there's no absolute nothing you can do about the present moment. It's already done. You can just push off all responsibility on that. What you can do is just plant a seed, a few seeds to be a little more good nature, a little more accepting, to stay in the present, drift, come back, and those seeds will eventually sprout downstream. A mix of metaphors, spout down the current of time, sometimes a few moments away, sometimes longer. In other words, we accept what's happening, accept inside and outside. So if the mind is more jumpy, like my mind is a little more jumping around tonight, then you can choose to sort of hang out with a very simple sound or sensation, or if your eyes are open, just some visual sensation, just some simple thing happening in the present. That's not your rumination, that you choose to get a little bit curious about, and that gives your mind something to do. And if it's really busy your mind, you can count your breaths at 1 to 10 and then start over, or you can shake your body or move and stretch a little bit. That can help too. Good. So, yeah, mind wanders. You notice, you come back, not making a problem of it. Mind wandering is just part of what happens. Perfectly normal. It's part of the rhythm of practice. Come back, you can come back imperfectly. You can come back feeling like you're absorbed in one simple thing. You can come back feeling like you're noticing your breath and you're also self conscious and you're partly also thinking of this other thing. That's fine too. Just the deepest training is just accepting this is the configuration. You're at 6 out of 6, 4 out of 4, 10 out of 10. You're exactly where you need to be, how you need to be. Good. So just thinking into this present moment, this feeling in the body, this surround of sound, this level of energy, how things are. Sometimes a subtle thought comes up and sort of starts to take us away, and we forget where we were, and that's fine. Remember, we come back, we start again, just plant another seed. Every time you come back to the present, you're planting another seed. Not much going on. Pretty nice. And what can you do to settle into the nothing much happening even more? Settling into this sort of attitude of deciding to enjoy it, to find it to be a nice break, to be present for it instead of spacing out from it or finding a way to get past it. Okay, so just the last few minutes. Nice to finish with a gratitude practice or appreciation practice of some kind or friendliness practice. I'm just thinking about if there's anyone you appreciate, any mischievous characters in your life who should be sleeping but are not actually sleeping, for example. So you wish them some loving kindness vibes. Someone in your life who's the most excellent troublemaker, the most excellent troublemaking parts of yourself. Sending some friendliness, some appreciation, or to anybody else, animals, plants, cousins, English labor politicians, could be anyone. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you fall asleep soon. I'm glad to hear it, Valentina. Helps me immensely too. Can you guys hear the stomping around my son? My kid's going ballistic. I don't know if anyone's gonna hear that. He's on kind of nice to see you. 6 out of 6. Um, that was funny. I think I did 25 minutes. Uh, Happy noises, joyous sounds. Well, I can see that my good friend Scott, who was trying to help with bedtime, and is in fact a purple belt in jujitsu, has not been adequate to this particular challenge. Thus, I must relieve him. Good to hang out, friends. Thanks for those links, Andrew. Thank you for moderating. Thank you, friends. Glad everyone's here. 7 out of 7. Let's call this one 6 out of 6. But no, 10 out of 10. Good to hang out with y'all. Isn't that Rubik's Cube painting awesome? Yeah, that was beautiful. Very, 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 very happy with that piece of art. He's such a good guy. Um, okay. Freeze frame. No, here's freeze frame. 6 out of 6. Thanks. Hey, good to see you, Kay. Thanks, Stephanie. Thanks, Ruth. Okay. I will see everybody next week. I might be away traveling next week. I think I am. So maybe I'll be able to do it, but probably not because it'll be in the middle of the night. So there's gonna be a guest host next week. I just realized. Um, uh, Thanks, friends. Much love to you all.